If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Halliburton. Tipped. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. The rebound by Allen. Thompson with a steal. In close. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
The passing of Hero keeps getting better and better as his career goes on. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Personal foul. For your Rockets, number 20.
Halliburton outside. Outside Podziemski. Banchero outside. Back to Podziemski. Shoots over Hero. Houston with another miss.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Count it.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Rockets trail by 7. Here's Halliburton. Blocked! And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Dallas shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
Number 1 shot.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Screen by Lively. On the wing, Durant. Back to Allen. 5 to shoot. The kick to Durant. Takes a 3. He drops it from range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
.127 left in the first. Pass to Halliburton. Halliburton draws the double. The 3 from Banchero. Nails it from beyond the arc. Banchero's got 5 now.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Now here's Thompson. Got a hand on it. And it's Fox penetrating. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And there it is, that speed of Fox, using it on that drive to pick up the foul in the process.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Now here's Halliburton, still without a bucket. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
The kick to Durant. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Here's Mobo. They set the pick. The 15-footer. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And so it's Dallas closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That
20.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail." Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots. Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Here's Robinson, and the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Daniels. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Daniels. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Fox for 3. Mobo with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Misses the layup.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Murray. Yet to see a basket. Three-pointer. Durant pulls it in. The Mavericks lead by 7. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Such a great passer at his position. Dimes like this are why KD is a winner.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Oh, Durant with a steal. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Giannis with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Here's Daniels. Out to Thompson. For three, Allen fires in the triple.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
Antetokounmpo outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Give yourself a round of applause.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Here's Daniels. Out to Thompson. Sinks the tray. Thompson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
It's stolen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And not going to let him get the easy dunk. The defense put the stop to it. But a foul is called and a trip to the free throw line instead. That free throw, no good.
And they're ahead, but doing themselves no favors at the line.
And Dallas making a change here. And so Murray will bring it up for the Rockets. To stop the drought. Mobo can't hit.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
And he dunks it down.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Murray inside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Dallas ball. Substitution on the court.
1:58 left to play in the first half. Pass to Lively. With the drop. Whoa!
Nice!
What a
my
huge jam!
gracious.
Big time right there.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
For your Rockets.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Mavericks lead by 23. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Give him 8.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And the Rockets call time here.
For your
A minute 29 left to play in the half. Here's Whitmore. The three is up. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range. He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. On the wing, Murray driving to the basket. An easy 2 on the layup. Murray's got 5 now.
What a dynamic drive by Murray, upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Fires from deep. And Houston, another 3.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Pass to Allen. Takes the 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
From behind the arc. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A moment here for an injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Houston. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while. They're certainly thinking player safety first, so they'll likely err on the side of caution, but it does change their plans a bit.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Here's Whitmore outside. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces it up.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
You expect some fumbles with the ball, and overall, I think they've done a good job limiting those slip-ups.
Murray scanning the floor. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Antetokounmpo is doubled. For 3, Allen. Offensive rebound.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Thompson with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Allen.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Timeout called. The Mavericks. Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Ben Carroll the screen. The 3. Murray, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Mavs. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. Kicks it to Hero. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Robinson.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Antetokounmpo with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Connects from downtown. 16 points for him.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Blocked!
Houston foul. Whitmore. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Dallas leading by 18. Robinson with a double. For three, Durant. Rockets with a rebound. Here's Whitmore. No good with a layup.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Blocked! Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. On the take. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
He's taking what he can get here as a three in each half.
Robinson with the block. Murray for three. And Houston another three.
His first three of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
It's hauled in by Robinson. Rockets trail by 16. Whitmore goes in. And he throws it down with one hand.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
Back to Whitmore. They kick it out to Murray. Back to Whitmore. From 6 feet away. Another one falls for Houston.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
.51 seconds left in the third quarter. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Banchero. It's blocked. Stolen by Thompson. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Dallas calls time here. So for Dallas. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Murray. And he banks in the layup.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. Dallas making a change here.
Let's hear it for you.
19 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Daniels. Got it. Daniels has got his third bucket of the night.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
To the wing, right side. Here's Mobo. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. For three, Allen. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 15 points as this quarter concludes. How about the way they've attacked the paint?
65.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Dallas leading by 15. Here's Daniels. Allen on the wing. He buries it from 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Here's Daniels. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
It's Daniels with a drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. The Mavericks lead by 18. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. From outside the arc. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And a nice finish on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And rejected. For 3, Allen. Here's Daniels. Mavericks call timeout.
Let's make some noise for your watch.
Knocked away. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Mobo. Thompson outside. Thompson with another miss.
Rockets foul.
Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Here's Daniels. Three-pointer. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
Outside Murray. The Mavericks pull it in.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Daniels. He takes it in. Can't get it to fall. And it's Houston's ball. Here's Whitmore. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Houston with it. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
We've seen this before from Murray. In big games, too, a dynamic scorer.
The Mavericks lead by 23. Durant surveying the D. Here's the three. Mobo with the rebound.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Change here.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 1.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Outside Whitmore. Rebounded by Daniels. The Mavericks lead by 23. And Richard, with the new CBA in place, the middle class is starting to strengthen in the league.
And I think that's a good thing. You don't want minimum players and max players. There is a big gap between those two styles of play. There are so many players that fit in between. There's all-stars. There's young players that deserve a larger portion of the money.
He's perfect from the line this time.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Fires the three. On target from range. Murray's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side. Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, and that thing is over.
Outside Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Fourth personal foul.
It's going to go on Cam Whitmore.
One of the most accomplished players in the game. Durant's sole focus is to continue contending for titles.
Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:19 left in the final quarter. Drops in the three. And Carroll's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Mavericks.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Houston. The three is up. Rebounded by Daniels. And Dallas with possession. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Antetokounmpo inside. Pass to Daniels. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And stolen by Murray. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. That's tipped. Robinson with a steal. It's off. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin.
Trust me, the try and get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in a love shot.